The Eastern Conference standings, you see the two teams sitting up top right there, separated by a half game. You get to see them for your viewing pleasures tonight on TNT. Woo! Oh, yeah. Welcome in Leo Rotten's a legend in his own mind who will be calling the game tonight.
A legend in his own mind? You're right.
But, of course, a legend in real life and his own mind. Thank you for joining us. But before the season started, the Bucks weren't necessarily in the conversation as a sexy pick. We were talking about Boston, the Sixers, and, of course, your Raptors. Now, besides the obvious reasons, the Greek Freak, Coach Bud, what have you seen that has catapulted this team to the top of the Eastern Conference?
Well, I can't not answer that without saying Mike Budenholzer. I mean, as soon as I heard his name getting hired with this organization, I said that's going to make a difference. And you could see it, the way they play, the way the ball moves defensively. It's the whole package. So he's really made a huge difference. The other thing is Middleton. You know, a lot of people don't talk about him, but he's a big-time player. Not only he can shoot from anywhere on the floor, but he can create his shot off the dribble. And he's done some damage in previous games against the Raptors. So, you know, he's a big concern to me. And I like the fact that, you know, Bledsoe kind of came to Milwaukee with a lot of baggage, and when you look back to the playoffs last year, he really used that to fuel himself this year, and it's shown. I mean, he's responded this season the way you hope a player would, and he's been a difference maker as well.
I like the word respond, Leo, because with this team, talking about your Raptors now, they're thinking big picture. How has Kawhi Leonard missing games and your bench being so deep helped you for the big picture for the playoffs?
Well, you know, when you look at it, I mean, it's amazing the Raptors are where they are with the number of injuries and Kawhi getting the load management days. And I think it is a testament to the depth. And what that's going to enable this team to do is for Nick Nurse, he can find out who can do what in what situation, when they can step up, maybe which guy and which matchups are going to work the best. So he can play with a lot of different guys right now. And a lot of guys have that confidence going into the second half of the year that when this team is healthy, a lot of different players can step up and play in different positions. So, you know, quite honestly, I think it's been good for this team. Not the injury aspect, but just the fact that a whole bunch of guys have been playing and getting great opportunities to build up their confidence. And because of injuries, some of the guys needed those extra minutes to kind of get back into it after a slow start at the beginning of the season.
Well, Leo, I'm just wanting you to know you're losing that Syracuse, New York accent, and you sound very Canadian right now. Just letting you know, brother.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
But, you know, the one thing I want to ask is, without naming a play, we see all the moves that, you know, Ozzy KP getting traded today and all that. Do the Raptors have everything they need? Do they need to add anything? Not a player, but do they need to add an ingredient to be a championship team, or this is the championship mix?
Well, this is a pretty good group when everybody's on the floor and they're healthy. Now, the one thing I would like to see, this is my personal opinion, I'd like to see another shooter. You know, every time, you know, watching players kind of, you know, Ariza going to Washington, Korver going to Utah, I'm looking at those guys going, ooh, they could help. And just having another guy to be a knockdown shooter on the floor. Danny Green's been amazing. You know, C.J. Miles has kind of been up and down, coming into his own as of late. Fred VanVleet's been banged up early in the season. He's still kind of getting out of that, but, you know, when he's going, his jump shot's there. But just having that one other guy alongside Danny Green that you know that ball gets to him, it's going in, I think would help a lot.
Well, we all know when the ball went to you, it was definitely going in. Enjoy the game tonight. We're looking forward to hearing your call.
It was going somewhere.
Legend in his own mind. Legend in his own mind.
Yo, my man, thanks for joining us on Game Time. We'll see you soon.